We're getting closer here to the start of fall camp for Nebraska. Hi, Sean Callahan for Husker Online and here for ABM, and we're going to continue our look at the Nebraska football team. And today we're talking to a group of defensive linemen here for the Huskers. Joining us here, we've got Ru'Quan Buckley, redshirt freshman here in the program, and then Stefan Wynn Jr., a transfer from Alabama. Guys, welcome. Looking forward to seeing both you guys out here this year.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Well, Ru'Quan, for you, this will be your second year at Nebraska, redshirted last year. What was kind of the biggest gains and things that you've made here just in your short time at Nebraska?
The biggest gains would be just learning from all the players like Ty, Nash, Damian Daniels, DT, just learning from them really and just picking up on their techniques and whatever they did to become the best players they had. And just continue to do it and keep my work ethic like I do now in school.
Well, Stephon, you came from Alabama and you grew up in South Carolina, played at IMG Academy. You were at Alabama the last 4 years. What was the biggest thing you've learned just from that time, not only playing at IMG Academy, but in Alabama the last 4 years?
You gotta work. You gotta treat every day like it's a job. This college football is a business, and you gotta treat it like, somebody's out there to take my job. You got to come in with a job mentality every day, and you can't just, take days off. You want to be good, you got to come in, and you got to perform each and every day.
What's been the most interesting part for you just transitioning into a new football program?
It's really a lot of similarities from, Bama to here, because, so far, meeting all the guys, everybody has a mindset of wanting to work. So it's not a situation to where it's like, some guys are not working hard or some guys are not showing up. Everybody's here is bought in, and everybody wants the same dreams and goals. So it's been kind of fun getting to know guys, getting around guys, getting to work out with them, and just keep building bonds with them.
Yeah, Ru'Quan, there's a lot of newcomers in your room. Guys like Stephon, O'Shawn, Devin Drew will be here later. How have you guys, as the veterans or guys that have come back, welcomed in some of these newer guys to your room?
Just taking them in. Showing them the technique, showing them the work ethic, showing them what we got to do to make it to the championship goal.
Have you seen some of these newer guys, like an O'Shawn or even Stephon, kind of step up more as leaders? Because they're not just newcomers; they're older guys that have played a lot of football elsewhere.
Definitely. They show their leaders. They coming in, paying attention, trying to adapt, getting everything they need to know about the system.
Stephon, you've now had a good month to work out with some of these guys you're going to play with. What's jumped out to you about just what you've seen from some of the defensive linemen? Just when you kind of watch some of these guys in action.
Everybody's dedicated. Everybody wants to work hard. Everybody, like we had a meeting today. Everybody's in meetings and paying attention. Nobody's in the meetings falling asleep or have taking notes. Everybody has a notebook each and every day. Everybody's locked in. So that just makes me, excited to know that everybody has a goal and a dream of wanting to be the best they can possibly be. And that's all you can ask for.
Curious your thoughts on Garrett Nelson and just what he brings every day.
Garrett brings, in my head, I like the energy man. He brings energy each and every day. He's going to be on 10 every day. He's ready to work. And if you're down, he's one of the guys who's going to bring you up with him.
Yeah, Stefan Garrett is a guy that's made a lot of gains. What have you seen from him year over year, just in your full first year at Nebraska?
Garrett, I just see him step up as a leader. He just stepped up, just coaching all the teammates, making sure we do little things. Just little things matter. He really emphasized the little things to get where we need to be.
Let's talk about Mike Dawson. It's your new position coach, Stefan. What do you like about Mike Dawson? What kind of feedback do you have from him and just the limited amount of time you've been able to deal with him?
Coach Dawson definitely knows the game. He's been in college ball, he's been in the league. So just being able to talk football with him, of course, me coming here from Bama, it's different terminology, different stuff. And he's been doing a really good job with me, us meeting together and just, teaching me the defense so I can understand and trying to, put the world, what I'm used to what we're running now. So he's definitely helped me develop with that stuff.
Ru'Quan, what's the biggest difference between Mike Dawson and Tony Tuioti, just with their day-to-day teaching styles?
The biggest difference that I like about Dawson is just the energy to attack, just attack. He really emphasized that. And then that both of them, they stay at you after practice and coach you up, stuff like that, just to get you better at what you need to do.
Even going against the offensive line, did you notice a difference with the different coach on the other side of the ball this spring? Did the style they're playing? I mean, did practices change a little bit for you guys, not only with the new D-line coach, but with the new O-line coach?
Yes, it did change. I would say the O-line a bit more aggressive, but still we more aggressive too. Coach Dawson taught us how to attack, just get vertical. You really emphasize get vertical. So with the pass rush game, we really want to speed the power with the ends, or with the D-tackle, just power and just work a move.
Stephon, where do you envision yourself playing? And when you kind of talk about a role that you're going to try to carve out this year, I mean, what do you envision?
Whatever opportunity presented. I believe I can play both nose and the tackle position. Wherever I'm needed, wherever I can most help contribute to the team is what I want to do. I mean, I transfer here with the dream goal of coming in, trying to earn a spot and get playing time to help the team, help team do whatever I can to help the team win, and that's what I'm committed to doing.
What about you, Ru'Quan? I mean, where are you best suited at right now?
I'm best suited at D-tackle, nose, anything really to help the team get better.
How much weight have you gained or added to your body in just a year at Nebraska?
A year, I would say 30 pounds.
How'd you do? I mean, did you just a lot of training table and lifting? I mean, did they and is that what they wanted? Did they kind of wanted to get you more to an interior guy?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Wanted to build the muscle, build some of the fat. And I did that by just getting a lot of calories from the training table and from the landing. So
you'll be more of like on an even front. You're going to be more on the inside.
Yeah.
And would you say, I mean, the scheme from what you're used to, has it become more of a even front versus an odd front, or are you guys still pretty mixed on that?
I'm still pretty mixed on it, definitely.
How much different is the defensive scheme from what you were used to at Alabama?
It's very similar because we did a lot of 3 down, a lot of 4 down. Bama, so far here, it's been a lot of 3 down and 4 down. Basically, the biggest difference is just, word usage and just kind of, getting the words that I learned from Bama out of my head and trying to get the words I'm learning now from Nebraska to, know what those mean. That's basically the biggest difference, just the word and terminology usage.
Just the language?
Yeah.
Is it harder? It's just different?
I mean, it's not hard. You just got to learn. Once you learn the words, as playing a D-lineman, once you know like one call, every call is kind of like very similar to that. Like it's kind of keep it basic for D-linemen, so we don't have to think too much. You can just play. So once you learn the basic packages, then everything else is basically like just another form of that.
Yeah, you got 15 transfers, 3 JUCOs. Ru'Quan, just having that many new older guys coming. These aren't just freshmen; these are grown men that have joined your team. I mean, what's the dynamic been like having 18 older players come in on scholarship?
We need them. We really need them. We need them so they could just help us. Whatever they take from their program, they could help us and transfer it over to make sure we want to win and get what we need to be.
Have you kind of become close to the transfer guys yourself? I mean, just because there's so many of those newcomers in the program?
Yeah, I've met quite a few of them. I'm still mostly right now just trying to get my feel for the program and get a feel for the guys that are, in my position group, getting to know them mostly. That's basically where I'm at right now, just getting to know people and, working out and just building bonds, really.
So do you kind of live with the other transfer guys? I mean, who do they stick an older transfer guy with? Like, I mean, are you with newcomers too?
Well, I have an apartment of my own.
Yeah.
So I'm old. I'm not going to no dorms. So I have my own.
You're like, I've been there, done that.
Yeah. Been there, done that. I'm not going back to the dorm.
What do you think these transfers can bring? I mean, when you look at what they've added, particularly on defense, the defensive line, you guys lost a lot from a year ago. Just what you've added with what you had, what's that going to do?
Definitely. I think what they could bring is energy, strength, obviously, and then just the leadership role that they play.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the season now. You guys open up week 0 in Dublin, Ireland. Stephon, did you know that at all?
I did. I didn't know it until a little bit after I committed.
Oh, so you didn't even know until you...
I didn't know until I thought I had committed. Like, dang, that's kind of cool. An experience of a lifetime.
I mean, you've been through some experiences, though. You think about Alabama, the playoff games, the bowl games, the preseason games in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I mean, what were some of your favorite kind of memories of past games you've been a part of?
We played in Mercedes-Benz so much. We just call that Brian Denny.
South or
East or West, something like that. Because that was just like, we played there so much, we never really lost there, so it was just like another home game for us. But yeah, definitely experiences of playing in different places other than like, home games or away games. Definitely, like the neutral atmosphere is something different, and just brings something out of you. The lights are, to me, the lights are brighter. So they shine brighter in a neutral stadium, so it's a lot of fun.
What was the craziest atmosphere you played in at Alabama on the road?
On the road, probably the LSU my freshman year, or Florida or Texas A&M last year was kind of crazy.
Yeah, A&M gets pretty loud.
Yeah.
Ru'Quan, with an older guy like this, do you talk to him about some of his experiences and kind of things he's learned at Alabama? Because obviously you're just getting going here at Nebraska.
Yeah, definitely I do.
What are your goals when you kind of start to think about this season? You redshirted last year. What are your big picture goals going forward here?
My goals right now is to still work on my technique, still get better at my technique, because I feel like I'm good at strength mostly. So just get better at my technique, speed, and still learn and adapt to what Ty and Nash teaching me.
You ready for Ireland?
Definitely, yeah.
What are you looking forward to about that trip?
Looking forward to, really not. I'm not looking forward to having fun, but really looking forward to just play the game. Just play the game, beat Northwestern. That's it.
Stephon, what do you know about the Big Ten? You guys open with the Big Ten game. I mean, you played in the SEC, so I'm sure not much really worries you. But when you start to look at your new league, I mean, what do you think the biggest differences are going to be?
Probably, honestly, the biggest difference probably be weather. I mean, football is football. It's a high competitive conference, just like the SEC is. So really, football is football. Everybody's gonna bring it. It's not like I'm going to a weaker conference. Big Ten is just as strong. Big Ten teams are in the conference in the playoffs every year, just as well as SEC teams. So I don't look at it as like that. I still got to grind, still got to play, still got to work hard each and every day. Nothing's gonna be given to me. Nothing's gonna be easy. So I wouldn't say it's any difference other than it gets cold up.
Now you're from Michigan. I mean, I know you played in your fair share of cold weather games.
Yeah, experienced a lot of snow.
We've been lucky though. Like November in Nebraska, other than Coach Frost's first year in 2018, it was the coldest year ever for Nebraska home games. It was like 10 degrees, 20 degrees. But it's been pretty warm though. I mean, I don't think we've seen super cold weather. So you might get lucky. But that trip to Ann Arbor.
I've been surprised about this Nebraska heat right now. I wasn't expecting this.
It's South Carolina level.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, when it rains 2 inches and then it gets 95 degrees the next day. Welcome to Nebraska right there. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Appreciate both of you taking a chance to sit down here as you guys get ready here for the upcoming football season.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks here to Ru'Quan Buckley and Stefan Wynn Jr. For more, make sure you log on to Husker Online. We'll have more interviews here on ABM. For ABM and Husker Online, I'm Sean Callahan.